It's that time again. Welcome to another midweek message. 15 centigrade. Oh, it's 6:30 in the morning, by the way. 15 centigrade, which is 59 Fahrenheit. 96% humidity. We're meant to have rain. It's Tuesday today. We're meant to have solid rain all day today. 13 millibars on the barometer. And the flag is going mad. There's quite a wind from the west, fortunately. Looking at the sky now, and it doesn't look too good actually at all. Rain all day, but I think the rest of the week will be fine. What's going on?
Welcome to another Rants podcast episode. My name is AI and I've put Ray out of a job. In this week's midweek message, I want to talk about AI making people redundant.
Excuse me? I'm not having someone take over my job, some computer take over my job. Get off out of it. Go on, clear off. Honestly, the cheek of some people, well, it's not a people, is it? It's not a person. It's a computer. I'm not going to talk about AI, don't worry. I'm not going to be made redundant by a computer. Right, let's get going into the podcast episode. And this is me, not AI. I'm Ray. Or am I? You won't know, will you? This is the trouble with this AI stuff. Anyway, let's get away from that. First of all, hello, Kerry. How are you? Hope you're still listening. Been talking about you. Nothing bad. To Beth and Lou, and Trish was talking to Pauline about you. All these bad things. No, not at all. Not bad things at all. I hope you're still enjoying the podcast episodes. Still listening every week. Well, twice a week, isn't it? Okay, let's move on. A friend of mine showed me a photo the other day. 40 or more people, possibly getting on for 50 people, all sitting there, all posing in rows on their seats. It was the radio club members, the ham radio club, back in probably the 60s, maybe early 70s. And he said to me, do you recognise anyone there? And I did. I was pointing out various people. I said, you won't see me there. I don't like radio clubs. I don't like clubs, societies, affiliations. All a nonsense. You won't see me there. And he said, well, who's that there look, near the top left? Oh, that's me. In my teens, I was, 15, maybe 16? I said, yeah, that's me. What am I doing there? And he said, there you are, you see, I remember you going to the club. I only went 3 or 4 times because it wasn't my thing. I remember a friend of mine took me there, first of all. I was 15? He took me there, introduced me to a couple of people. I got talking to people. One chap said, avoid that lot over there in the corner, those 4 over there, avoid them. They're it's a bit cliquey. So I said, okay, right. Then someone else said to me, don't bother with those people over there, they're a bit weird. And I thought, this is odd. Everyone's sort of in little groups. That group doesn't talk to that group. That lot doesn't like that lot. And I thought, this is not me at all. So I didn't go anymore. I went 3 or 4 times. And this friend of mine, he said, go to the club next week. I said, no, I can't. I'm busy. I'm busy that night. I can't make it. Sorry. Then the following week, because I worked with him, you see, this was the trouble. I worked with him in the radio and TV workshop. You off to the club, Ray, this week? I said, no, I'm afraid I can't make it again. Not a good night for me, whatever it was, Thursdays, I think, or was it Tuesdays? And in the end, I thought, I'm going to have to tell him the truth, which I did. I remember one week he said to me, you going to the club again or not? And I said, no, actually I'm not. It's not my thing. I don't like it. Oh, okay, he said. He was fine with it. He said, okay, it doesn't suit everyone, you know. Not everyone's a cup of tea. And that was that. I never went again. And I have never been since. I mean, what was I, sort of 16 or something like that? Never been again, ever, in my entire life. It's not me. I don't like clubs and get-togethers and gatherings. A group of mates, again, I was, teens, perhaps 18, 19, 20. We used to go over to the Bally High Club in Bognor. Bognor Regis, don't you know? Royalty went there. Anyway, this Bally High Club, I didn't like it. It wasn't my scene at all. I don't know. I can't remember what was wrong with it, but it just wasn't me. I went 2 or 3 times. We all went over together. And then one week, coming over the Bally High, Ray, this Friday, I said, no, I can't make it this week. I came out with some excuse or other. Okay, well, perhaps next time. I said, yeah, maybe next time. Of course, next time came. Come to the Bally High, Ray. No, I can't. I can't make it. And then I decided this was silly. I said, actually, to be honest, I don't like it. It's not my scene at all. I don't like the Bally High. And this chap said, oh, don't you? Oh, okay. Well, we all like it. Not everyone's thing, I suppose. And I said, no, it's not mine at all. I like the karaoke. Used to go to the karaoke club, the Golden Key Club, all local to me. The karaoke, the Golden Key, where else was there? I can't remember. Several clubs. Oh, the Ocean Club, that was fantastic. And they're all local in my hometown. I don't have to go to Bognor. Oh, and Caroline's Club. I love that, Caroline's Club. Anyway, moving on, I decided then that lying to people, making up excuses, I've got an appointment, I can't make it that Thursday, I can't do Sunday. I decided not to do that anymore, it's silly. And if you're going to start lying about things, then you're going to get caught out. Someone will say, oh, did you do that last Sunday? What? Do what? Oh, you said you were going so-and-so. Oh, did I? Yes. You know what I mean? You get caught out. It's not worth it. I remember my mum, this is when I lived at home, someone came round, friends of the family, said to my mum, oh, Sunday we're going to so-and-so. Do you want to come along with us, you two? And my mum, Sunday. Got my mother-in-law here Sunday. Sorry, can't make it, mother-in-law, Can't put that off. And after these people had gone, I said to my mum, she's not here Sunday at all. Why did you say that? Oh, well, I don't want to go. I don't want to upset them. I don't want to be rude, but I just don't want to go, so I made an excuse. By this stage, I was telling people, no, I'm not doing it. I don't like it. That's why I'm not going. And I've stuck with that ever since. I think sort of 95% of the time anyway. There has been the odd occasion where I've told a white lie because it really would upset someone if I'm not going somewhere. We were out with some friends a few weeks back. Got to about 9 o'clock. We'd had a meal. We were listening to a live band. And I'd already spoken to Trish. I checked with her that it was okay. And I stood up about 9 o'clock and I said, right, that's it. We're off. See you. And they looked, oh, it's only 9 o'clock. Where are you going? I'm going home. Now, I didn't say something daft like, oh, we've got to feed the tortoise. You've got to feed the tortoise. Yeah, his 9:30 feed in the evening. I just said, because I've had enough. I don't like the music and I've had enough. So see you all again. Bye for now. Trish said goodbye to people and off we went. We went home. There's no point in lying. They'd know, wouldn't they? Feeding the tortoise is daft. If I said, oh, well, we've got to feed the cat, well, they know we haven't got a cat. Anyway, there's no point in lying. And the family have known me for years, well, forever. They know what I'm like. They know that I leave when I've had enough. And I say goodbye. I'm not rude. I say goodbye to everyone. In fact, now Trish's sister, she was here a little while ago. We're doing so-and-so Friday night. Trish said, oh, yeah, I'll go. And her sister said to me, you're invited, Ray. I know you won't go, but you're invited. Well, thanks anyway, yeah, but I'll give that a miss. I do daft things. I say things like, I've got an appointment Friday night, 9 o'clock with a dentist, which is totally ridiculous. I don't mind if Trish goes on her own. It's an awful music place they're going to. Was it Friday? I can't remember. No, it was Sunday, whenever it was. I don't want to go there. It's boring. I hate the music. I don't like any of it. So I'm truthful, I'm honest. They know I don't like it, but I'm still invited, which is nice of them, isn't it? Oh, I forgot to tell you, when we left the meal, the live band place at 9 o'clock, apparently after we'd gone, one of the chaps in our group said to the rest of them, I like the way Ray does that. He doesn't make excuses. He's had enough and he goes. That's good. And he seemed to be quite impressed with that. So you can impress people by saying, that's it, I've had enough of this, I don't like it, bye. There are times when white lies are necessary, really. Someone's bought a new dress, a new outfit, a new suit, and they say, what do you think? Well, it's not very nice to say, for example, to a lady, well, that's an awful dress. Didn't they do it in your size? Is that the only colour? That's awful. It's not really nice to say that. I suppose that is rude, although honest. That is honest, if that's what you think. So there are times when I do tell white lies. Having said that, people don't say to me, what do you think of my clothes? Sometimes Trish will say, do I look okay? How do I look? And I'll say, absolutely wonderful. Because she does, I'm not lying. Happy days. When I was in my teens, I knew a woman a lot older than me. She was, in her 40s, I suppose. And she, as they say, called a spade a spade. She said it as it was. And she was rude, to be honest. She was just rude to people. She'd just come out with comments, which were probably true, but I don't know. It's just not very nice, Rude comments. Anyway, won't go into that in case she's listening. No, she won't be. Will she be around anymore? I can't remember how old she was or is. No, she won't be around anymore, surely. I was in my teens. She was at least in her 40s, so no, she won't be around now. OK, let's hear from you. Are you rude to people? Are you a spade is a spade type person? Or do you lie to people? White lies. Little white lies. Raise rants at protonmail.com. Be good to hear from you about that. When we were in the Isle of Wight, totally different subject now, we were walking along, I think it was Shanklin seafront, going to a little cafe there, and there was this couple in front of us walking along together, holding hands, and they must have been in their 80s, and they're holding hands walking along. I thought, how lovely that is. They've probably been married for 100 years, well, maybe 60 years. That was lovely to see. You don't often see that, but every now and then you see a really old couple holding hands, and I don't think they're just supporting each other. I believe it's because they're a loving couple, been married forever, almost forever. I don't know why I mentioned that. I just thought it was rather nice. Another totally different subject. Today we planted runner beans, sweet peas, loads of tomato plants. What were they? Different varieties. 4 cherry tomato plants, which were nice, and 3 moneymaker plants. What else have we done? Oh, loads of pansies and were they begonias, bygones? I forget what they call begonias, not lupins. What's the other one? Antirrhinums. We went to the nursery yesterday, spent £50 on plants. Doesn't it add up? I remember last year we went there and spent £100 on all these plants. Now we're spending another 50 this year. I tend to overdo it in the garden. The borders we've got, the raised beds and the borders round the lawn are jam-packed with stuff. We bought a lavender bush a few years back, nowhere to put it, so I stuffed it in there, in amongst the bracken and the ice plant and various other things. If there's a little 6-inch square of soil, I'll stick something in there. So everything is absolutely jam-packed, but the birds love it, the animals love it, the tortoise, he likes poking in around the plants, and it's really nice to sit in the garden, the sun's shining, just to sit there looking at all the flowers and the wildlife, and I love it all. I think I've outstayed my welcome. I better say goodbye to you. Thanks for listening, as always. I shall see you on Sunday. We're not off to the Isle of Wight or anywhere. I don't know whether we're going to Amberley Museum this coming weekend. I don't know. We shall see.
Take care, be good, be bad, and don't get caught in all that rubbish.
I've been hacked. My computer's been hacked. What's the matter with that woman? Clear off. Right, where was I? Take care, be good, be bad, don't get caught and all that rubbish. I hope the weather's nice to you where you are. We've had a bit of rain here. In fact, I'm looking out of the window now. Lovely blue sky, but heavy black clouds just in the distance. I think they're heading this way. And the wind at the moment is from the west. Thanks for listening as always. You know how much I love talking to you, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye for now.
And goodbye from me.
Will you clear off? Well, get out of here. I've told you, clear off.